I wanted to hop on here and talk about my intentions for this channel moving forward. It's been kind of an odd year for YouTube. There's been some really big and popular long-term creators who have retired or quit, whatever you want to call it. So I thought I would get on here and tell you what my plan is moving forward. Before we get into all that, I have a question for you. I've been making these videos since 2015, so it's been over 9 years. And I am very close to this project. I'm the one interviewing, I travel to meet all of these families who we feature. I edit the videos, I produce them, I'm in contact before the interview to schedule the interview. So I am very close to this project and these interviews. Because of that, it is impossible for me to understand what it is like to view this content from the audience perspective. So I really want to know what it's like to watch our videos. What is it like for you, the audience? What are you thinking when you're watching these videos? What are your takeaways? We are a purpose-driven channel, and I'm curious to know if that purpose is being met. So if you could just let us know what our videos mean to you and how they've impacted you also, that would mean a lot to me. Alright, so now the update about this channel and how I'm feeling about YouTube and continuing to make content. I love it, and I've always loved it. But my mindset around it has shifted as the years have gone by. It's funny, whenever I meet somebody who follows our content and watches these interviews in real life, they always ask me, what's next? What are you going to do next with SBSK? And that question has always kind of like knocked me off center, because to me, there is nothing next. I could really do this forever. I love meeting people, I love providing them a platform to share their stories, and I see the good it does, and really, there's nothing else I need. And I think that's an odd place for a YouTuber to be, because often people in this space are always working towards the next thing. They're using their YouTube channel to pivot to something else, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to have other goals and want to grow and learn outside of YouTube. But for me, I feel like I've found my place in the world, and I could do this as long as you'll have me, both the audience and the platform. There's really nothing else I desire out of this besides doing what I've already done. I just love sharing these stories. I love meeting people. It brings me so much joy, and I could do it forever. But with that said, my mentality and my mindset has definitely shifted from those original 5 to 6 years when this all first started, because when we first started getting popular on YouTube, I never ever thought it would last this long. A lot of creators describe what they refer to as, what is it called? I had to look it up. A lot of creators describe having imposter syndrome, where they feel like they're not worthy of what they have or the attention they're getting. I've never necessarily felt that, because I do feel like I'm good at what I do. I have a master's degree in special education, a bachelor's degree in communication, and I worked as a special education teacher for 3 years prior to starting filming these videos. I kind of feel like I was bred in a lab to do what I do, but I just never thought it would last this long, to be honest. When I first left my teaching job to film these videos, Alyssa and I would always say, okay, well, maybe it'll last a year or two, and it'll be fun, we'll have a great adventure, and we'll be able to tell people about it when we're old, and it'll be great. We'll take lots of pictures, we'll remember it always. And because of that, I went at 100, 200, 300 miles per hour for years, because I didn't think it was gonna last. So I wanted to meet as many people, tell as many stories, and do as much good as we could while this platform and audience was here. I didn't think you guys would still be watching 9 years into this. As a creator, YouTube and the algorithm is kind of mysterious. I feel confident creating the content, but as far as like uploading it and it going out to the world, I have no clue what's happening. I don't think any creator really does. I don't even know if YouTube really knows. The algorithm kind of runs itself, so I have no control over that, and for the longest time I thought that eventually it would just fade into the abyss. So I just wanted to do as much good and have as much impact while we had this platform, and for years I just was lacking sleep. I was filming multiple interviews every day. I developed an addiction to caffeine. I was drinking 2 to 3, sometimes 4 cups a day, just so I can film multiple interviews, and then I would edit, and I wasn't sleeping a lot. It got to the point sometime in 2021 where I was filming multiple interviews in different cities, and I was catching flights, and I was chugging coffee, and I landed in New Orleans, and then I was driving to an interview, chugging a cup of coffee because I wanted to be awake and alert for the person I was interviewing. And then I was sitting on the couch trying to stay composed, asking them questions, and I could feel my heartbeat. It was just going and going and going and going, and it didn't feel good. I felt like I might be developing some kind of complication, and I realized that I'm now 6 or 7 years into filming these videos, and I still have that fear that it's all gonna just fade into the abyss and go away. And I had to start thinking longer term, because now here we are 9 years in, and you're still watching. You still care about the people I interview, and I want to be able to do this for decades. And if I had continued going at that pace that I was going at, it wouldn't be possible. So about a year or two ago, I just cold turkey quit caffeine, haven't had a cup of coffee or even tea since then, and I started thinking longer term. I wanted to start making decisions so that I could be doing these videos in SBSK in 2040, when I'm 50 something years old, because that's my goal now. And I really don't know if any of this is evident as the viewer, if you've been able to see that I've made a few shifts while you're just watching these videos. But one of the major shifts was going from anywhere from 1 to 3 interviews a week to usually just 1. If I'm feeling like I have the energy for more than 1, rarely will do 2 interviews in a week. But now, typically just every single Thursday, we post a video. And that's a pace that I feel comfortable with. I'm not exerting myself so much that my heart is beating incredibly fast. And I feel like I can maintain this for a long, long time. Before I decided that this is the pace we would move forward with, I was scared to do it. I felt like if we reduced our output to 1 video a week only, that the audience would fade and go away. And it just hasn't been true. Alyssa and I have been going at this pace for about a year or 2 now, and you all have remained. You continue to watch. So I'm learning now that a lot of the fears I've had were self-created. And I understand why I would create those fears. It's because this is all just like so mysterious. We're uploading videos and it goes out to the world. Like I said, I have no clue how this works. So you kind of create structure and routine in your head, and you kind of hang on the little things that you think are the reason that it's all working, when in reality, they might not have anything to do with your success. So now I'm at the point where I'm realizing that it's the content that truly matters. Creating authentic content. So I guess the main point of this update is that I'm letting go of a lot of the stuff that I thought was necessary to the success of this channel, and really just focusing on the people I meet and giving 100% of myself to providing them that platform and that safe environment to telling their story, because in the end, that's all I care about. That's really the only thing that matters. I want to be able to do this for a long, long time, and now I'm going to be able to. And I just want to thank you for continuing to watch 9 years into this. That makes me like an old timer on YouTube. Very few channels get to do what they love for 9 years. And I appreciate that each and every single day. And I really do think with these minor tweaks we made to how we run things behind the scenes, we're going to be able to do this for 10, possibly 15, 20 more years. But I don't necessarily stress about that too much anymore. I just focus on each interview, doing the best I can to let that person tell their story. I know that over the past 2 or 3 years, I haven't gotten on this channel and talked to the audience directly like I used to a lot in the beginning, but I really just want you to know that I still love filming these videos. I love our community more now than ever. As the years have passed, I've really grown to appreciate and value what we created on YouTube. It's rare what we have, just such a supportive and positive community. It's a beautiful thing. And every day I'm appreciative for you, the audience, what we've created together. And I plan to do this for a long, long, long time. Something that you could do as an audience that would help me moving forward, just feel more calm and confident that this isn't all going to mysteriously fade away. My plan moving forward, as we have the past year or two, is to post videos every single Thursday. That's our day for publishing videos. But what you could do for me is if for some reason we don't post Thursday, Don't worry about it. We'll be back. I'm always going to do this. I'm always going to be creating these videos. But if for some reason something's happening in my personal life, in the past, I used to kind of just shove everything to the side and edit a video and figure out a way to release that video. But these days I'm trying to learn to put family and friends first so that I can have my personal life outside of YouTube. And I'm sure you understand that. I'm sure that's something that there'll be nobody saying, no, put YouTube first. But as I mentioned, as a creator, you kind of create these illusions of why the algorithm is working for you, and you hold on to those because all humans need structure. So I'm trying to learn that it is okay to take a break. It's okay to unwind. It's okay to be with your friends and family. You don't always have to be releasing a video. And that's going to help me do this for many, many, many more years in the future. Thank you so much for watching us for 9 years now. It's incredible it's been that long, and I've loved every second of it. We'll see you on Thursday.